Hey everybody, David here, and today I want to tell you how to watch Daniel Craig's James Bond movies in chronological order. Now, last year I did do one for the original James Bond movies, the ones from Sean Connery all the way to Pierce Brosnan, and I thought I'd save the one for Daniel Craig until it gets closer to the release of No Time to Die, which is just around the corner. So let's get right into it. What are the movies that you have to watch, and what is the order to watch them in? Well, it's very simple. It's the way they are released. Let me tell you why. Starting off with the very first movie is Casino Royale. This is the introduction to Daniel Craig's James Bond, and the only connection that it really has to the original films is Judi Dench as M. I think they only brought her over because, I mean, it's Judi Dench. She's great in that role, and so why not? This movie, however, has nothing to do with the previous movies, where the previous movies do give little bit of hints that they connect to one another. This is the film that doesn't connect at all to any of the previous films. It's like Batman Begins. It's an all-new beginning. So that's where you can move on into Quantum of Solace. Quantum of Solace is the next film in this marathon, and it takes place directly where Casino Royale leaves off. And I'll say maybe it's not quite as good as Casino Royale, but it's an okay sequel. After that, you want to go into Skyfall. Skyfall is the next movie on this list. It really gives Judi Dench's M a lot of focus in this movie. I won't spoil anything why, but she gets some great focus, more than any other film I think has given the character of M. I would also say that Skyfall is the movie that celebrates Bond, because when this movie came out, it was 50 years of Bond, and they wanted to celebrate it by having little references to some of the past Bond films. So it is good if you do go back and rewatch some of the old Bond films to kind of see what are some of the references within this film. After that, you want to go into Spectre. Spectre is the next film on this list, and it's Daniel Craig's fourth film in the franchise. If you have seen other Bond films from the past, there's an old villain that comes back in this, not connecting it back to the originals, but if you have seen the originals, you'll know who the villain is in this movie. Just from the title alone, it's giving you a clue already who the main villain is going to be in the movie. Like I said, it doesn't connect back to the film, so if you've never seen the original films before, the Sean Connery films, it's not going to affect your viewing. It will be your first time, but if you do know who Spectre is and who runs it, you will probably get a kick out of some nice little Easter eggs here and there. Finally, you are all set for No Time to Die. No Time to Die will be Daniel Craig's fifth James Bond movie and his final one, as it's being confirmed. He will surpass Pierce Brosnan, but he will not surpass Sean Connery or Sir Roger Moore. Sean Connery has done 6 films in the franchise, and Roger Moore has done 7. That's right, Roger Moore has done the most James Bond films. Unless you count Never Say Never Again, then Sean Connery kind of ties with Roger Moore, but Never Say Never Again is not an official Bond movie, so most people do not consider that one. So guys, that's it. That's the films that you gotta see to catch up with Daniel Craig's final outing as James Bond. Who will take over the mantle after Daniel Craig is done? Who knows? But I am always looking forward to the next Bond. I actually got into this franchise with Casino Royale, so it's kind of cool if No Time to Die turns out to be someone's first Bond film. And yeah, you should go and check out the previous Bond movies that he was in before, because yeah, they all connect. And unlike the older Bond films, which don't really they practically stand on their own, this is the Bond movie that kind of these ones with Daniel Craig they do have a continuing storyline, so you'll be you'll be entertained. So with that being said, I want to plug in my Patreon supporters. These are the people that support this channel by donating a monthly subscription. There's a $5 tier and a $10 tier. Both of them will get you a end credit at the end of each video that I do, like you're seeing right now with these 4 great people. Their names right in front of you here. These are my Patreon members. Thank you to my Patreon members for your support. Your support means the world to me. Thank you very much. And look, if you can't become a Patreon supporter, there's other things you can do too to help support the channel. You can share a link to this video to people. You can like this video. You can watch every video that I put up. Watching, liking, commenting, all that stuff helps the channel and the videos grow and get to find their audience. If people see enough views in this video, people will be like, well, what's all the hubbub about? Like, let me see what this guy is up to. And some people will either hate it, some people will love it. I get a lot of thank yous. So for these, especially for these how to watch videos, it always touches me how, I don't know if that's the right way to put it, but it always surprises me how many thank yous I get. And it's flattering, really, because there's people, you know, at many different ages who never seen any of these films before, and they just want to get into it and they don't know where to start. And I had a cousin that actually, the origin of all this is because of a cousin I had who would always ask me, so David, if I wanted to get into this franchise, where do I start? First of all, you don't have to start anywhere. You can start wherever you want, but it is kind of cool when there is a certain order to check it out, because it's like, yeah, there is a continuing story thread that goes throughout these films. But every good film can stand on its own. Just remember that. With that being said, until next time, everybody, take care.